He did sound a bit excited about this cellar, but this time something lights up in his eyes at the mention of the Undercroft. You know what? I think these guys are vampires, and they're gonna like ask little kids to come down into their cellar and like drain their blood to drink. Woo! Hey, I'm Wilbur, and welcome back to The Letter. I was looking forward to playing this game so much, but other crap got in the way. I finally finished Edith Finch, even though that's like a 15-minute game. But we're gonna jump back into this one now and play whatever 80-hour game it is. I don't know. Isabella!
5 more minutes, Becca.
I swat away at what is nudging persistently at my side. Can't I just get a few extra minutes of sleep today? I promise I'll work hard once I'm up. A hand lightly taps my cheek, and something cold is suddenly being pressed at the back of my head. Like a gun? The icy sensation slowly spreads throughout the area, giving me an uncomfortable feeling.
Isabella? Isabella? Stop. Can you hear me?
Who the hell is this?
Isabella?
Isabella? Oh god, we're back at the mansion. Oh yeah, cause I fell down the stairs and went unconscious, and the creepy zombie lady was like, or something like that. The fog of unconsciousness immediately lifts from my mind the moment I recognize the voice and my eyes snap open. There, looking down at me, is Rose. Where have you been, man? Another woman loiters beside her, but my attention is too focused on my co-agent to even ask why there's someone else with her. So which one was Rose? Was it the black-haired one and old greeny hair's someone else? Rose's posture just screams worry, although she is keeping a straight face, or trying at least. I can't help but feel bad for making her fret. A wave of dizziness washes over me as soon as I try to get up, forcing me to lie back down again. Luckily, it subsides after a few seconds until only a mild throbbing somewhere at the back of my head remains. With a little assistance from Rose, I push myself upright. She hands me an ice pick, and gestures for me to press it where I suspect a small bump has already formed, if the light ache in the area is any indication.
Alright, Isabella, where are we?
So Rose is greeny, and black hair is, I don't know, safari expert?
The Ermengarde mansion.
Ermengarde.
Why? Ow, my head.
And the date today?
October 21st? Rose.
Wrong.
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
No.
15, 14, 13, 12, no. That's
No!
wrong.
That's definitely
Why
wrong.
are we doing this?
She's just checking to see if your injury is in any way serious.
Mate, who the f*** are you? And what are you doing with my girl? This time I curiously regarded the woman standing beside Rose. Oh damn it, I wasn't meant to press the quit button, you dum-dum. It's impossible to overlook her, what with the way she towers over us. And here I thought Rose is already tall. Who is she anyway? One of the remaining cleaning crews? She is not a cleaner. But with how primly dressed she is, I need to start learning how to use question marks. I don't think anyone will want to clean in a suit, an expensive suit at that. The gloves alone must have already cost a fortune. Her eyes slowly shift between me and Rose, considering us with an almost unreadable expression before finally fixing a sharp gaze on me. I can't help but fold my arms protectively over myself as she does so. She may be far from a cleaning crew, but she certainly looks like my supervisor during evaluation days.
Just do it, please.
Hey, I'll listen to you, Rose, but this other mystery lady, no. I eye them both warily, but recite everything as she has. Oh, I thought that as she has naked. That's like I was reading it before I spoke it. What an idiot. Rose releases a breath of relief once I'm done.
You scared me for a moment there. I was about to call for an ambulance when you started stirring. Are you alright?
Exasperation soon replaces the dull ache. The memory's a little fuzzy, but the attic and...
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
It sure was.
Someone? You mean a client? Oh, that's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews.
If that lady was a client or a cleaning crew, We need to leave this house and leave the client, or hire a different cleaning crew.
The boss sent a few of them back this morning for some last minute.
No, not any of those. They're, I'm not actually sure. Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
Yeah, Rose, bitch. Both Rose and the lady look at me like I've just grown another head. They're so shocked. Did I say something weird? Rose casts an apologetic smile at the woman beside her before the awkward silence stretches on further. It's her saleswoman smile, the same one she taught me back when I was still her trainee. I should show this to troublesome clients or just to avoid trouble in general, she advised. There we go. It's also the one she gives me when I've done something particularly absurd that may cause us to lose a potential sale. Ah, is she going to buy the house? Is she a client, customer? Her eyes are serious when she turns back at me. Ah, she's so beautiful though. She takes both of my shoulders, gently squeezes it, and with as much patience she can muster.
As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, I didn't really get a call from you.
Mate, I called you.
You know, signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really all right? What happened?
Mate, there was a zombie lady coming to attack me. I thought you were in the attic.
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry. I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And there's whoever it is. Then I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down. Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open.
Idiots.
We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
Perhaps it is a concussion.
Hey, no one asked you, mate. I don't even know your name.
Are you sure you feel fine? We could still call.
No, I'm
Oops,
fine.
accidentally pressed it.
I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Wait. Hold your horses, Rose. I can't just miss an important sale because of a minor bump on the head. An extremely minor bump. I've had worse when I was a kid. This is nothing.
Besides, if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house, alone. And in a mansion this big?
It's a bit weird how it goes. Like, I don't mind it going between, like voice acting and non-voice acting. But I feel like I'm saying stuff that Isabella's saying. Like, I don't know why they couldn't have just voice acted the whole thing. I don't know. I don't make games, so I don't know what goes into them. Well, there's also the part where I may lose that bonus BRC promised, but that's completely beside the point. Maybe I'm reading the parts she's sort of saying to herself in her head. Rose gives me a skeptical look when I return the cold compress to her and push myself off the floor. I have to use the staircase's railings to steady myself, but otherwise I feel fine.
See? I'm A-okay.
Yay! The two of them exchange a worried glance, and Rose assumes a contemplative look. I bite my lower lip in anticipation. If she says no...
All right, you in.
Yes. A smile threatens to slip out from me.
If I see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you checked. Clear?
Clear.
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off. No questions asked.
I feel like that's gonna impact the story a bit later, maybe.
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
Oh. Suddenly, a small cough sounds against the walls of the foyer, interrupting our banter. The woman is looking expectantly at the two of us, her stare making me shrink back a little on myself. She isn't really intimidating. ... Well, she is. But not in the scary negative way. Far from it. Actually, her demeanor simply commands an air of sophistication and respect. In a different world, a younger me would have probably wished to be like her. She coughs again, lifting a well-trimmed eyebrow at me in question. Words get caught in my tongue, and Rose, as usual, is swift to catch my own blunders.
My sincerest apologies, Mrs.
We gotta find a name.
Miss McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
Ah, McCulloch. Yeah, McCulloch. Must be bloody Irish. Because I think that's an Irish name. Johnny McCulloch. Oh, here we go. Marianne McCulloch. Trey Lee Rose Designs. Interior. Oh, she's an interior designer. Can I move that card around? No, I can't move the card around. I'm gonna email that email and see if she emails back. The words interior designer catch my eyes before my partner flips it over. Oh, probably someone interested in the mansion for its 17th century influences then. I won't hold it against her though. Despite the hearsays and remaining uninhabited for years, the mansion's original fittings and furniture have been kept completely intact and restored to pristine condition. I suppose some people find that trip to the past feeling appealing? After all, with what it offers, this place is a definite haven for people looking to live somewhere with a classic historical charm.
Miss McCullough, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough.
It's actually McCulloch.
In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting. If you could please...
Thanks. There's no need for it, though. I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place.
Oh, did ya?
I thought I should check the estate before I meet with the homeowners.
The confused look on Rose's face is impossible to miss when she glances at me. I return it with an equally perplexed look. And against my better judgment, I blurt out the first question that comes to mind. Oh god. Are you single?
I'm sorry. Homeowners?
No. I should have kept my mouth shut. Holy crap, she is not happy. She's not happy. A flash of irritation crosses her face, but it instantly disappears under a mask of professional detachment.
Yes. Hannah, right? I was hired by her to handle the interior design for their newly bought home.
Ah,
This
well,
is
yeah.
the Ermengarde mansion, right?
Ermengarde.
It is, but...
She pauses, possibly trying to find the right words to fix the awkward situation without offending someone. Just offend. Ooh, Rose nudges me with her elbow, so we'll check with our supervisors. Oh, I don't know. Oh. Let's be professional. We'll check with our supervisors. Relationship status updated. Let's check out the relationship status before I... Oh, so we got a new one. Marianne. So I'm guessing like the more red the actual bar is that like a good sign? Because I'm Isabella, so my bar is nothing. And I can't actually see Rose on there. Why is Rose not in there? I thought she was like my best friend. But like, I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go along. Those few moments have given me enough time to clear my head of any nervousness or confusion clouding it.
It is, ma'am, but we weren't aware the mansion has already been sold.
What do you mean?
I just told you, dummy. I almost flinch when she turns her glaze on me, but I stand my ground. Besides, it isn't like I haven't dealt with awkward situations like this before. I may screw up at times, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned a thing or two in the 5 years I've worked in the business.
The mansion is indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has already been closed for this particular property. If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
She nods, seemingly in a deep thought after I finish. So I think we chose the like happiest choice, I guess. I think if I said I don't know, it might make me look a bit dumb. She appears to be a reasonable person anyway. Given the proper explanation, she'll likely understand.
I thought something looked odd when I arrived here. Excuse me, I think I need to make a call to my secretary.
Boom! So we just faced her, owned. Yeah. Oh god.
Thank you for your assistance, Miss Santos.
Anytime. With a slight wave of her hand, she leaves us, presumably to double check with someone on her side. So she just bloody disappeared. I know, it's just a game. That seems to be the end of it. Both Rose and I breathe a sigh of relief. Disaster averted. I also don't miss the thumbs up she gives me for doing a good job, but I can't help but swell with pride. Still, I've already prepared myself to dial the number to our Luxbourne office and check, even if she didn't ask for it. I will be very frustrated if, for some reason, an agreement has already been decided without my or Rose's knowledge. That's a whole new level of unfair. We've been working hard on this. Moments later, Miss McCulloch returns, looking a little frustrated, but an apology clear in their face. I feel a little sorry for her having to go through all this trouble.
There seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my
Yes,
client.
we win!
If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here.
Yes, we won everything because we're the best. house sellers in the country.
I was informed they'll be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
Oh, she is actually Irish. Well, she sounds Irish, I guess.
Certainly. You could stay at the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive.
Maybe stay in the attic.
And Isabella? I left a few documents in my car. You know where I keep those.
Yeah.
Can you please get it for me?
Will do. Rose takes a glance at her wristwatch before tossing me a set of keys.
And hurry! We've still got a few minutes to double check those papers.
Okay, mate.
Okay, got it. Give me a few minutes.
The two of them disappear behind the parlor's door. Their departure brings with it a hushed stillness to keep me company, neither comforting nor soothing. This alone, it's impossible not to think of what truly happened earlier. I wish the memory isn't as elusive as it normally is. Then again, Rose already said she didn't receive any call from me. Was it just my paranoia at work? A temporary lapse in my own mind after having heard all those tales about this place? Probably. I want to think of it as such. Better to think of it as such so I can work in peace. Except, a small part of my mind begs to differ, and if I'm going to be completely honest with myself, I want nothing more than to leave this place as soon as possible. I don't know what's in this house, and I don't want to know. The keys Rose have just handed me dig into my palm. Its jagged edges create shallow ridges on my skin from how hard I'm actually clutching it. It's a cursory reminder of what I still need to do and why I've taken this job in the first place. Hugging my blazer closer to my body, I exit the house to what Rose has asked of me. Just a few more hours, Isabella. Sell the house and get the money. Oh, Jesus. No. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, jeez. A flock of people have already gathered in the mansion's front yard by the time we officially open the doors. I'm not sure whether I should feel baffled or underdressed standing in their presence. Men and women of wealth and status, all dressed to the nines in fancy suits and lovely dresses of varying colors, compose the medium-sized crowd. Their necks, arms, and fingers are adorned with silver and gold, glinting in the afternoon sun. Some even have ridiculous fancy feathered hats on their head. Ooh, fancy feathered hats! I really hope there aren't any magpies living nearby, like in the stories. Those birds will have a field day with this. So, going magpies, we have magpies here in Australia, and around September or October or something, which is, oh my god, coming up, we call that magpie season, and that's when they all start like breeding and shit. So if you come within like a kilometer of one of their nests, they will fly down and try and peck your eye out. No joke, they will fly down and try and like murder you if you get like within a kilometer of their nest, which is bloody weird. Also, another magpie fact, they like to cheat on each other, which is weird. But anyway, let's get on with the game. They are murmuring amongst themselves, looking at the estate's facade appraisingly, with some arguing about whose mansion has the superior architecture. But most of it stops as Rose calls for attention. They don't look too pleased at being ordered around, but what can they do about it?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos.
Can we be like lovers? That'd be nice.
We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
Let's take them up to the attic. Hearing this, a few wandered towards me. They are mostly old ladies who seem daunted at the idea of climbing all those stairs. Why the hell are you here? Oh my god! Are they vampires or elves? Miss McCulloch also joins our group, but what really catches my eye is the elegantly dressed pair she approaches.
It's so nice to finally meet you! When Chief Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior designer is in town, I knew I had to get you!
Man, all these characters are way too, like, pretty.
Your confidence in my skills is very flattering, ma'am.
Very flattering, ma'am.
I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne.
Oh, Jesus. Tone it down with the flirting, mate.
Oh, you know each other?
Not at all, ma'am.
Nah, they slept with each other. I can call it now.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here, darling?
Nah, you slept with her.
Oh, yes, I think I did.
Ah, they must be the clients she was talking about. I might have seen their faces somewhere before, some magazine or the television, I can't quite remember. But then again, most of our guests have likely ended up on the news one way or another. I won't be surprised if these two have too. For people who are popular though, they aren't dressed as loudly as the others, and in their simplicity, the couple stands out. So no like fairy hats for them. The woman in particular is stunning enough to turn the heads of most people in my group, especially the men with wandering eyes. The guy standing beside her doesn't seem to mind though, and if I'm going to be a bit bolder with my assumptions, I'll say he's basking in the attention. Both of them, in fact, peas in a pod. Man, there's going to be like so many boops in this damn video because I can't talk properly. I'll think they are brother and sister if it isn't for their public display of affection. The matching rings on their fingers just cement the fact that they are indeed a couple. What's that say? My only sunshine. That's nice. Whatever. Couple or not, what's important is we get this deal closed before the current owners can even think of cancelling the listing agreement. I just hope one of the people in my or Rose's group is brave and generous enough to buy this mansion. And so with papers in hand, I lead the way. Oh yeah. I wonder if we'll like talk to the group or not. We'll just get rid of this journal entry. When they aren't whispering amongst themselves or going ooh and ah over one thing or another, they ask questions. From how the restoration process went to the history of the place, I answer them all. More than happy to talk about the art pieces and architecture mostly. Maybe let's talk about the damn ghost in the attic. However, I am careful not to mention anything about the urban legend. Not a good material for sales talk, even if the entire population of Luxbourne knows about it.
Some of the furnishings here are actually the 17th century originals, all of which have undergone a painstaking restoration process just to return its original beauty.
Even the glass thing. Colorful ones. Oh, I don't know, but you get the idea, I hope.
I actually don't know what they're called. It's on the tip of my tongue. I know what she means, but her name now is Lovely Lady.
Especially that one, ma'am. It is said to be a gift commissioned by the fiancé of Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. The
Ermengarde.
mansion's current owners have specifically requested that the restoration crew take great care in handling it. It's a priceless work of art and the most distinctive feature of the mansion.
By the time I've stopped talking, her attention is already elsewhere.
Isn't this place wonderful, darling? I told you it's not a total waste of your time.
I don't know. Isn't it a bit too small? We might have to break a wall down to have more room.
Who's small? You arrogant f***. His name is Mr. in Grey.
Well, I think it is just right. Don't you think so, Marianne?
It is splendid, ma'am.
Ooh, story updated.
But isn't it a little too early to make plans when no deal has been signed yet?
Yeah.
Never
it
mind
is.
that. It isn't going to be a problem. We've got a wonderful legal team to handle everything.
Jesus, these dudes are confident.
Start taking notes, though. I think I've got a few things I want changed before we move in.
The rest of their conversation gets lost in the chatter of our other companions. I don't want to make any assumptions yet, but their sheer interest is enough to give me some semblance of hope. Oh, please, please, please let these guys be the one. Eventually, our group reaches the kitchen. Ooh, we got a new area. Much like the rest of the house, a great deal of effort has been put into retaining the room's classic appeal. Man, this kitchen looks awesome. Like, so much wood. I don't get all the crates on the left, though. Like, are crates a real thing? Or were they a real thing? Like, it's still stuff in crates. And there's like a little bloody hatch in the middle of the floor, which leads to God knows what. Probably like a basement or a cellar or something, you'd assume. The open hearth at the end of the room, in particular, looks amazing, like the ones I only see in fairy tales before. I don't know what an open hearth is. Is it like that stove, maybe? And mad props to the cleaning crew. Yeah, mad props, sick, shaka brah. Seriously, after overhearing hundreds of their complaints about the soot and tar staining the bricks, and how much of a pain in the ass cleaning this will be, they still managed to pull this off. Or make it look presentable, at least.
The highlight of the room, however, is what's underneath this hatch here.
I'm gonna call cellar, like a wine cellar or something.
Oh, don't say anything yet. An underground wine cellar.
An underground wine cellar! This guy gets it. This is the first time the guy in grey speaks up. Mr. Luke Wright, my memory supplies from the forms they signed earlier. His sudden attentiveness catches me off guard. Since the start of the tour, only his wife has shown any form of genuine interest in the place. He did sound a bit excited about this cellar, but this time something lights up in his eyes at the mention of the Undercroft. You know what? I think these guys are vampires, and they're gonna like ask little kids to come down into their cellar and like drain their blood to drink. What's so interesting about a basement? I really don't understand rich people sometimes. Right now, he just gives me the impression of a child who has just seen what he absolutely wants for Christmas. I've always found it cute whenever I see children act that way, my younger siblings especially. On a grown man, it's almost funny.
Yes, sir. It could house around 7,000 to 11,000 bottles of wine.
Do you need that much wine? Like, you know, you could probably drink that over a weekend, I guess.
Truly. And the room, how was it built?
With my bare hands.
The bricks that were used to build the cellar had been carefully picked for the purpose of maintaining and preserving a constant temperature and humidity in the room.
Ugh, just too much money in this house. Whoever built it.
It's a good place to keep your private collection in if you have one, sir.
Or children.
It keeps the corks in good condition.
Oh, love. Didn't you say before that you wanted to make your own personal vineyard? Perhaps you could start one here.
Vineyard of children.
You know we're going to need space for that, darling.
And this isn't big enough?
If it's space you're worried about, sir, the Ermengarde mansion sits on a 46-acre lot. There's plenty of room for it.
Oh my
We were
god.
told that the original owners had a horse stable built here before, too.
There's a There's a contemplative expression on Mr. Wright's face, but he doesn't say anything further. His wife, however, seems really pleased that he has started to show interest, if only a little. A smile to myself. I may not completely understand how these people's minds work, but I sure as hell know how to spot a buyer with sincere interest. Score! I can't wait to tell Rose. The rest of the tour goes by without a hitch. After more than half an hour, we're able to cover almost every room on the ground floor and are heading to the parlor. Into the parlor. Funny, the first time we surveyed the property, I kept complaining to Rose how big it is. Now I can't even bring myself to care, no matter how much my feet hurt. Maybe this is just my excitement over a prospective sale. Ooh, new area. The f*** is that? When we reach the parlor, however, an odd feeling washes over me. It starts off as small goosebumps on my skin, a feeling of being watched intently. Whispers in my ear and shadows dancing, lurking in the corner of my vision. Dark silhouettes that are gone when I turn to look to see what it is. A chill that settles down my spine, making me feel sick, and I start to break into a cold sweat. I can't do this. I need to sit down for a moment. The old ladies in the group have been requesting for a break anyway. If I can just...
Excuse me? Everyone? We will be taking a 15-minute rest here before we visit the first floor.
Oh god, what's
In the
happening?
meantime, please help yourselves to the refreshments and snacks we prepared.
Got any cake?
If anyone has any questions, feel free to approach me. I'd be happy to help you.
I let them sit while I retreat to a quiet corner to recover. It's not what you think. Don't think about it. It's not what you think. I probably just caught Becca's cold. Don't think about it. I'm left alone for a good while, the same words spilling out of my lips in a silent prayer. Until a hand taps my shoulder.
Hello.
Oh,
you
Jesus
there?
Christ. It's just ma'am, right? With her
yes,
gigantic
ma'am?
boobs.
Oh, look at you. Having to show a group around a mansion this big must be exhausting.
Not a problem, ma'am. I'm just doing my job.
What a hard worker. Anyway, Isabel, right?
Correct.
Isabella, actually. But
Oh,
yes,
not correct.
what can I help you with, ma'am, right?
Please, just Hana. Call me Hana.
Call me Hannah.
I just wanted to ask, how soon are we able to move in?
Today, give me money now. My brain completely stops. The sick feeling plaguing me is suddenly gone, replaced by utter bewilderment. Is she being serious? She looks at me expectantly as I struggle to come up with an answer.
Wait, ma'am, you see, but we haven't even negotiated a price yet, ma'am. We haven't even finished touring the rest of the mansion.
Yeah, just tone it down a little bit.
A sale would be great and all, but...
She stops me from speaking any further, putting a hand on my shoulder. For a moment, with her tight smile, She looks as if she has tasted a particularly sour lemon.
Oh, please, sweetie, don't insult me. Money is not a problem.
How much money do these people have?
And just between you and me, this place is better off with us than with some old lady who will probably just fill it up with cats.
I don't like this couple's intentions. It seems a bit off.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having cats here, Ma'am Hana. I'm sure there's more than enough space here if you want pets.
Isabella, you're missing the point. Perhaps I'm still not feeling well, but really, what's wrong with cats? More importantly, why is she talking about moving in already?
Well, I'm more of a dog person.
Yeah, boy.
But you see, this is going to be a gift to my darling. It's going to be our anniversary soon.
This bloody mansion is going to be a gift? Holy crap.
And it would be so wonderful if you can secure its purchase for us. Why, I can even offer something extra if you help us out with the paperwork.
Woo!
We actually have a process for this, ma'am. I don't really think that would be necessary or appropriate.
And just what are you two lovely ladies talking about here? Leaving me and our lovely interior designer to talk here by ourselves.
Is that the dude?
What would the people think, darling?
Oh, it's just small talk, love. I was asking if she could help me with the paperwork.
So, this dude and the interior designer were just banging. You can already tell, like, oh, I was left with the interior designer. What will people think? I struggled not to wince when her nails dig into my shoulder. Ooh, story updated. I can't help but send an imploring look at Mrs. McCulloch, who only gives me an apologetic smile and a shrug.
Yeah, I can give you a fact sheet and a form to fill out.
She wastes no time in taking the papers from my hand and shuffles through the bunch. Oh man, Rose is going to be so angry at me for letting her do that.
Wonderful. And Marianne, I'd really love to talk to you about those changes. You took some notes earlier, yes?
I did, Mom. But I really hope that this time...
Excellent. Hopefully you can help us out too, Isabel.
I love it when, like, they cut each other off.
Isabella.
Right. It's a lovely name, Isabel.
Oh my god, what an actual bitch.
It's Isabella.
Fighter.
Yes, that's great. We'll be more than happy to put in a good word to your superiors too, and... what's this?
Oh no. Achievement unlocked, D-list horror prop. A look of confusion and disgust is apparent on her face. Turning to her husband, he merely shrugs in reply. Oh god, is that the note?
That's, an interesting work of art.
Oh no!
Not to my taste, though. I'm sorry.
It's the help me note.
Darling, Buttercup, art is a complete overstatement for this garbage. It looks like a cheap prop from a D-list horror film.
Oh.
Shush, love. Let the girl do what she pleases with, what do they call this? Oh, forget about it. At the very least, it's not as dreadful as the one art exhibit I was forced to attend last month.
Oh, don't lose the sale.
You should have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled. But I'm sure you'll know what to do with our walls once we get started.
I highly doubt it is as bad as you say, Ma'am. Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes. Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course.
Oh, no.
It has to always work with a palette.
I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this form.
Remember when, I think I spoke about it last video. Remember when, like, chain letters came in, like, emails or, like, texts? Like, a friend would send you a text, like, send this to 10 people, otherwise someone's gonna grab your foot in the middle of the night. It's my turn to be puzzled. What do they mean? Rose and I double-checked everything earlier. Are they the papers I handed... What? Are the papers I handed not enough? I want to ask what I did wrong. I don't want to mess this up. But with the way Ma'am Hana's leading the conversation, I'm afraid that's exactly what will happen if I do interrupt her.
That's good to hear. See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with? I can't wait to see how this place will look when she's done with it.
He already knows, because he just banged her.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Buttercup.
See? Called it. A smile is back on her lips when she turns to me and hands me a strange piece of paper.
I would still put it away if I were you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression. Anyway, as I was saying...
I don't hear the rest of what she says after that. I can only stare down at the paper, at the letter in my hands. The sides crinkle in my grip, and my breathing grows labored. Dread quickly fills my mind.
Isabella? Are you alright?
This Rose?
You're looking pale.
Hey, baby. I don't even notice when Rose, as well as the other group touring the mansion, joins us in the parlor. I want nothing more than to say that no, I'm not alright. I want to leave this place, because I remember everything as clear as day. Ooh, story updated. This letter and that woman in the attic. It's real.
The letter. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Look at her face, like, ah! Careless, I've been so careless. How do I even tell them that without looking like I've gone mad? Should I even tell them? I don't know. Do you show Rose the letter, or you don't show the letter to try and keep it from her? What would I do in real life? I would show her the letter, but then she'd be like, then she'll take me to the hospital. I'm not gonna show her the letter.
Rose,
Ooh, relationship. What? The words are stuck in my throat. I want to tell her, I really do, but is she going to believe me? She already dismissed me earlier. It's a concussion, she said. It's not. There really is something in this house, in that attic, in that letter. It's going to go after us. Please believe me.
Dear me. Is Isabella alright?
So I knew when she said if anything weird happens, she's going to take me straight to the doctors. I knew that was going to be something that would show up later. Mom Hannah's voice breaks through the haze, beginning to cloud my mind. Rose is looking down on me, worried etch on her features, sorry. I don't even notice when she has removed the wrinkled paper from my hands and pushed me down to sit on a nearby chair. From the edge of my vision, I can also make out Miss McCulloch's asking a passing food server for a glass of water. Mr. Wright stands in her sidelines. Although curious, he appears more inclined to watch the scene than help. They are all as likely to believe me as Rose does. To everyone, whatever's in this house is just a hoax, a cautionary tale for children.
Isabella, do you need me to call that ambulance?
No! She offers me a drink, but I push it away. I need to get out of here before I cause an even bigger commotion, clear my head, take a breath of fresh air, anything to take my mind off things. No one is going to believe me anyway.
No. I'm just feeling a bit out of it. Excuse me. I'll be back. I just need to catch my breath.
Bowing my head, I mutter a quick apology and gather my stuff to make a quick exit. It doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not. I've caused trouble, and Rose can be quite unforgiving of behavior like this. I'm almost at the door of the parlor when she catches up to me.
Isabella, wait!
Yes? The apprehension must have been quite obvious on my face, because her expression instantly shifts to something gentler, eyes softer, a fond smile spreading on her lips.
Hey, I'm not angry.
Oh, thank God.
I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before.
That's true, I remember all those problems.
If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day. And look.
She hesitates, completely trailing off before shifting her gaze down to her hands, a small gesture to stall. Her fingers are fiddling with a piece of folded paper. It's that stupid letter again! Damn it! My hands stiffen when she gives it back, but I take it nevertheless, more as an automatic response than any desire to have it back. I'll throw it away if I can, but I have this nagging feeling that one way or another it'll find its way back to me regardless of what I do about it.
Rose, this is... You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly, and we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this. I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And
Oops, accidentally pressed it, I'm so sorry. My mind stopped.
What? Wait. No, I can still work. I just need to get myself together.
that's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel. But after this, I really think you should take a break.
No.
You're kicking me out?
No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now.
Okay, that sounds reasonable.
You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress. Please, humor me just this once.
Let's listen to Rose, man. She clasps her hand together in front of her, eyes pleading for understanding. And I do understand. Just so, oh man, I just burped. Gross, sorry. To some extent, that doesn't mean I feel any less awful. Whether at myself at the unlucky turn the situation has taken, or for her, I don't really know.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Oh, yay.
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're upset.
Of course I'm upset, not really.
A little, yeah, obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment. He called me a noob, and I don't even know what that means.
It means you suck. At the memory, she dissolves into helpless giggles, which also join in, earning us strange looks from the guests milling about the door. Talking and laughing like this, it's easy to forget any mishaps that happened. Little things you learn to appreciate, I guess.
So, are we good?
Yeah, we good, bro. I'm still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out of this one for now.
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Wrap it up, baby.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
That's not nice.
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, all right? Don't even think of going anywhere.
Oh, she gonna leave me alone.
Let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked.
Damn.
At least wait for me to call someone who'll fetch you, okay?
Okay. She's gone before I can voice one word of complaint. Oh, okay. Left with nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. So this video's gone on long enough. Unfortunately, no scary bits in this video, but a good chunk of story and a bit of character development, which is good. But I feel like there's going to be something scary happening, like probably at the start of the next video. So with that being said, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.